himself busy, but I think he just had the cobwebs. He couldn't get the cobwebs out. Whereas Matt Becker and Dave Baney, they were en fuego from the beginning. Hey, Andre.
And that's underway right now in red. Jack Warner.
Bronze.
Wearing the white jersey, blue Eagle King.
So you're saying that's not your job?
Bronze jersey, Albert.
If I had a pen, I could write them down myself.
This is the first.
All right, so we are back to the action. Heat number 9, first heat of the boys repo.
All participants in our expression section, could you please lay down on your board so the judges can score?
All right, so here we have blue getting into a nice little wave, setting up the left.
Get out of the way.
And it looks like it's going to line up for at least one more maneuver here. See if he can get a little floater on the inside, and he does.
Blue Eagle King rides a nice little wave into the streets there. That should score well.
So I'm waiting to get the list of competitors that we have in this first Repa Charge heat for the boys.
Also catching his first wave of the heat.
Noah Hopper's out there and Blue Eagle King. And as soon as I have their colors, I will let you know. I believe Blue Eagle King is in white. So just for your entertainment, very shortly here we are going to be looking at some replays of the expression session. There was some hot action going on. Anthony Vela, Brennan Rose, Matt Becker. They were putting on a show. Dave Baney. And here it is, the Ocean Minded instant replay from the expression session, the pro expression session. And there's Dave Baney with that mean tail drift slash. That may have been the maneuver of the expression session. And that was not the maneuver. That
was Noah Hopper trying to score a second wave.
That was Noah Hopper in blue. So we have Jack Warner in red, Blue Eagle King in white, Dalbert Rivera in bronze, and Noah Hopper is in blue for the first heat of the boys, Junior Pro Boys Repa Charge. Heat number 1 is underway. And coming up next will be the Junior Pro Girls Repo Heat. And that is going to be Eliana Clark, Shelby Schweitzer, Fiona Wild, and Sofia DeWolf. Meanwhile, we are in the early stages of the boys Repo number 1. So we will see who makes it on to the Junior Pro Boys Repo number 2 that'll be happening this afternoon. So outside, looks like we have Blue Eagle King taking a look at a little bit of a left-hander as he cruises right by the buoy. So Dalbert Rivera, he was on the far right, and Noah Hopper dropped in a little bit behind him, and Blue Eagle King has milked this wave all the way to the inside. So he is definitely going for the length of ride on this one. So the blue will make it back out through the shore break and make his way back out to the lineup. Meanwhile, the rest of the other three competitors are outside waiting for a set wave.
Still waiting for Emo King's score to come in, and it comes in at a 3.17.
So I just heard Blue Eagle King's score on that last wave was a 3.17.
Noah Hopper trying to catch that little nut right there, and pulls off the gas and float back. Didn't want it.
So we got a nice little set wave out the back, and Dalbert Rivera is taking a look at the right with Jack Warner on the left. So Rivera is in on the right. Nice little right-hander, does a nice little backside turn and tries to kind of force a little floater on the inside there. Let's see if this thing will turn into something on the inside. It does not. So he is out. And out the back, Noah Hopper on a little left. Here goes Noah. So in just a few moments here, we're going to go to an interview with Tyler Calloway from FCS. So our competitors are making it out the back. And it looks like we have a little bit of a set here. Let's see if these guys can get out the back in time. So I see, it looks like there's 1, 2, possibly 3 set waves. If these guys will be able to get outside in time.
Alrighty, everyone. We are here live with none other than Tyler Calloway, all the way from San Diego, California. We are right here in Huntington Beach. How's it going? What do you think? All these kids in the water.
Oh, what an amazing event, Andre. I mean, just watching these kids, some of them are 7, 8, 10, 12 years old, having the time of their life. The surf is not great, obviously, but nobody seems to notice. Everybody's having a good time. We just watched the expression session, watch guys my height and weight out there ripping in waist to shoulder high surf, doing maneuvers that you normally see only in pretty good waves. So that just gives you an idea of the level of talent of the older generation out there. And then when you start looking at some of the Groms, they're amazing.
That's right. It reminds you that we're not going to be able to dominate the lineup for too long, right, with what we got coming up here. So, Tyler, thanks a lot for being here. Any highlight for you in this event?
Oh, I guess for me it's watching some of the youngest competitors. I think they were 7 or 8. And, you think 10 years from now, how good they're going to be. They're out there already riding waves and doing little turns and learning about their equipment. So it's amazing. It's hard to imagine.
Watch out, folks. So, yeah, a lot of talent coming up. We're going to go back to the booth with Duke Brower. This was Tyler Calloway from FCS. Duke, take it away.
All right, thanks, Andre, and thank you, Tyler, and thanks to the folks at FCS for being involved. And Dalbert Rivera getting taken out there by the lip. Yeah, we always appreciate Tyler Calloway and the folks from FCS. They've been involved with stand-up paddling since very early on. As we see Jack Warner in red making his way to the inside, just trying to get a score, trying to find something out there that he can get a couple turns on, but that wave is not going to do it. But FCS has been involved with stand-up paddling. They got involved early on. They started designing fins specific for the bigger boards for stand-up paddling, both the longboard style fins as well as designing tri-fins and quad setups made specifically for performance stand-up paddling, like we're seeing right here in blue, Noah Hopper, and in bronze, Dalbert Rivera. Dalbert all the way on the left. And out the back, Blue Eagle King sitting out the back. He finally has made his way out the back after his, I think it was a 3.17 that he got just a little while ago. So, and we are going to turn it back over to Andre here in just a second.
Alrighty, everyone, as you're watching the lineup here, I got Eric from On It Pro all the way from Santa Barbara, California. Did I get that right?
Close, Ventura, but that's
all right. Ventura.
That's all right.
So, what do you think, Eric? A lot of kids, definitely fun to watch them. So, how's it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to watch the future of the sport here. I mean, these guys and gals are really ripping it up out here, and we're really stoked to be part of this whole industry and to, be here at Candace's and Anthony's event. It's really an awesome event for the first one that they've put on, and we're just happy to be here.
There you go. Thanks for everything you do. If you want to go faster, you definitely want to hook up with Eric. Check it out on it Pro, one of the event sponsors. Thanks for everything you do. Definitely, Eric is among one of the true, genuine, legitimate grassroots supporter of our sport. Thanks for everything you do.
Terrific. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Eric.
All right. Thanks, Andre.
All right.
All right, Tyler. All right.
So there you go. The folks over at On It Pro. I personally have not used On It Pro yet, but it sounds like I need to, because all of our team riders over at Surf Tech, whenever they do a race or they do surf contests, the last thing they do before they put their boards on the water is flip them over, and they have these guys apply the On It Pro to the bottom. So there is definitely something to that, and we thank them for their participation in the Performance Paddling Junior Pro and Sup Fiesta right here at Balsa Chica State Beach in Huntington Beach, California. And it's beginning to get a little bit sunny. The sun is poking through the clouds, so you could argue that we are experiencing sunny Southern California as our competitors are making it out the back. There are about 12 minutes left in this heat here, and currently I have Jack Warner in first place, Noah Hopper in second, Blue Eagle King in third, Dalbert Rivera in fourth, as Noah Hopper gets himself a little left-hander right here. Let's see if he can hit this little section, and he does a nice little turn on the inside, and he's looking to see if it'll reform on the inside. He can get one more, maybe two more maneuvers. There's another little turn. So that was a good wave, well-ridden wave. Noah getting a nice long ride out of that. So we are going to cut back to Andre, and he has got none other than Kristin Thomas with him. So stay tuned for an interview with Kristin Thomas.
Alrighty, everyone, I got none other than one of my favorite people in the SUP world. Here we go, Kristin Thomas from Laguna Beach, California. So, and executive director of Supia, Standard Paddle Industry Association.
Am I looking official? I have my glasses on today.
You're looking very official. So let's just step back a little. You were at the Stand Up for the Cure yesterday, and now you're here for the Junior SUP Pro. So doing a lot of things.
I'm part of La Familia.
That's right.
Today.
That's right, also known as a SUP Fiesta. So you're one of the volunteers. Take us to the behind of the scenes of today's event.
Oh my gosh, Candace and Anthony have done an incredible job performance paddling. We had a couple of committee meetings. They've been so organized, but it's so special because it's an event for kids. It's all about juniors from pro, open. We had racing, we have surfing going on now all day, heats. Really a chance for the future of the sport to shine. So even with the weather not being absolutely ideal, still a fantastic event.
And it does represent almost like the whole world, because we got obviously a lot of people from different places in the U.S. We got even Iowa, I believe, and Iowa, Oregon, Hawaii, East Coast, West Coast, Balin Rose, but also we got Christy Page all the way from Australia. So very well represented here. The people who will be dominating the lineup a few years from now, right?
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, Christy Page I know of because of Supconnect, like seeing her pictures on there, which is so fun how you connect people from all over the world. And here we have the youth from all over the world. Very
that's cool. Right. That's right. So Kristin and I are not the youth. But hey, we're here supporting the youth. So.
But we feel like it, don't we?
That's right. That's right. Just keep paddling and you be younger. So
That's
there you go,
right.
the fountain of the youth.
I think we found it.
We just found it. So all right, Kristin, thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
If you want to get some shirts and you're watching this, I don't know, maybe
That's right.
just
That's my
come
new job.
down to the event and buy some shirts. I
Only
believe.
$20.
There you go. That's what Kristin's in charge of. All right. Thanks a lot, Kristin.
Bye, Andre. Great job.
Followed by Jack Warner.
All right. Those are the folks that are behind the scenes. Stand-up paddling has absolutely boomed all over the world, and Kristin Thomas and Andre Niemeyer are two of those folks that are behind the scenes with the SUP Industry Association, and they are trying to guide us to the future. As we see in red, Jack Warner trying to retake his position at the top of this heat. As he weaves it back into this little left, there's a little cut back. And he is going to go ahead and paddle back out. I don't know if that is going to be enough. He needed a 5:04. And I'm not sure if that's going to do it for him, but we will see shortly. So the SUP Industry Association is a organization that Kristin Thomas, she is a director, and she works with a host of other board members to help guide the stand-up industry. They are working together, and they deal with everything from permits to helping manufacturers like us at Surf Tech develop better ways of shipping our products, and they work with organizations, racing organizations, and obviously are very involved with Kristin being at the event yesterday, the Stand Up for a Cure down in Newport, and then here she is today selling t-shirts over here at the Junior Pro and SUP Fiesta presented by Ocean Minded. So really appreciate the efforts of those guys behind the scenes. You don't see much of them, but they are hard at work 7 days a week trying to make stand-up paddling the greatest sport in the water. As I see the girls are starting to paddle out now. And the Junior Pro Girls Repo Heat is going to get underway here in about 5 minutes. So currently it looks like we have Noah Hopper in first place. As we see red, Jack Warner trying to improve upon his position. And then out the back in white, Blue Eagle King. This wave doesn't look like it's going to offer much, and so Blue decides to go ahead and lay down. So Blue has his work cut out for him in the last few minutes of this heat. And here's Noah Hopper trying to get something going on that left. And here's Dalbert Rivera on a nice little left. So he's been busy while we were interviewing Kristin. He got a really nice wave, probably his best wave of the heat. And this is looking like probably his second best wave of the heat. If he can make this connection onto this right, that would certainly help him, but the wave did not offer it. So Hawaii's Dalbert Rivera getting a decent wave. See if he can get a couple more before we're done. Here's Noah Hopper. Doing a little head dip into a closeout section. I don't know if that was the wisest decision. That would probably be a section you'd want to go over rather than under. But he opted for the head dip. So in our next heat, we are going to be looking at Eliana Clark, Shelby Schweitzer, Fiona Wild, and Sofia DeWolf, trying to keep their hopes alive here. We have 30 seconds left in this heat, and then we will turn it over to the ladies. And here's Noah Hopper in the waning seconds. Does a little turn there, and he's just trying to get this wave, stay with this thing, and hopes that it'll offer something. There's a little rebound off the whitewater as he goes right, and not much else left there. So he is now, Noah Hopper takes it all the way to the sand, and that is it for the Junior Pro Boys Repo Heat 1 is in the books, and now we turn it over to the ladies. And in red is Aliana Clark. In white, Shelby Schweitzer. In bronze, Fiona Wild. And in blue, Sofia DeWolf.
In red, it's Aliana Clark.
People mix us up sometimes. She's got a pink and white hat on. I don't know, about the same.
So Fiona Wild and Sofia DeWolf, they are part of the Big Wins junior team up there. They're up in Hood River, Oregon. Steve Gates and the crew up there just do a tremendous job with the kids. So it's neat to see them out here today, making the trip down. I know Fiona is living up in Oregon right now. Sofia DeWolf is out in Idaho. She's been snow skiing all winter long. And I was talking to Sophia earlier today, and she's been on the college tour for the last few months, kind of deciding where she's going to go to school. And pretty early on, she narrowed it down to California, and I believe that she has made a decision and is looking to go to UC San Diego, which is probably not a bad choice, heading to UCSD. And there's Sophia right there as she milks this little wave. She just wanted to get on the board, which she has done, and she's making the best of this little wave. See if this ride will line up for her on the very inside. She's riding her Lopez Ultraflex. So Sophia opening her account. While we have a little break in the action, let's turn it over to Andre. He has got another guest for interview right now. So Andre, over to you.
I got like glassing now. Okay, everyone, I have here none other than Byron Kurt from WPA, World Paddle Association. So, Byron, you're helping judge the event. So, how is it looking from the judges' booth?
Well, it's great to see all the kids out here getting out there, getting excited about stand-up paddling, the surfing, and the racing. There's some incredible talent out here already that we've seen today. I think you got a lot of sponsors looking at these kids and going, whoa, I better go grab him now before someone else gets him. But it's just great. It shows the growth of this sport. It's not the old man sport anymore. It is the kids that see this as the future, and they want to get into it right now.
That is right, because a few years ago, I remember, there were like some older folks, perhaps you and I. And we were bored with whatever we were doing, either surfing, cycling, what have you, and then we tried this out. And it was like an older man sport for a while, but now we see families and all these kids. It's invigorating to see all of this.
No, and I think it comes from, the kids want to try other different things, other sports. They get it from their dad, their friends, and everything else. Hey, I want to try that. My dad's always out there doing it. It just gives them one more thing to do in the water, and it keeps you in the water. And we all know it keeps the kids busy, keeps them out of trouble. So, and it's something where now you get a whole nother workout, full core body workout, and it's great for all their sports. Great for cross-training, too.
Alrighty, so for the parents there who are watching out there, they might be wondering, okay, what should I get my kid to train? What are the judges looking for? You, as one of the judges of today's event, give them a little bit of an insight here of how to hone in their kid for an event like this.
For the stand-up surfing, just like surfing, you're looking for someone that can catch the best wave, do the most critical maneuvers in the critical positions on the wave with style and finesse, and also being able to use the paddle during the maneuver. So it would be the same if someone's out there surfing. Now you've added the paddle to it. And then given you got the boards a little bit bigger, it's a little tougher to do those maneuvers in a lot of different areas and pull them off, especially in a beach break, a steeper wave like this. Overall, we're just looking for good, snappy maneuvers, as clean as possible, and sustain it for as long as possible as well.
So there you go. If you have a good background in surfing, that's not enough. You got to learn how to use that paddle, the fourth dimension. of paddleboarding, so which can give you more leverage. So thanks a lot, Byron.
Thank you, Andre.
And make sure to check out WPA World Paddle Association. Lots of great stuff there. Thanks, Byron.
Thank you. Thanks, Andre.
All right, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Andre, and thanks, Byron. Here we have Shelby Schweitzer on a little right-hander. And during the interview, oh, look at this left. Left shut down, and Shelby opted to go back to the right, which was a good idea. And there's Fiona Wild out behind her, trying to get on the board. Fiona just working this thing. And here's Sofia DeWolf. Sophia opting to go right. Probably should have gone left. So that one might come back to haunt her. And while we were during Byron's interview, we went to Aliana Clark, who got a great wave during that interview. So all the girls are on the board. I think Sofia DeWolf might have so far gotten the better of the exchange up to this point. All right, there's Sophia trying to get something on the inside. So she's trying to stay busy. So Shelby Schweitzer coming all the way out here from Maui. Older brother Zane, I believe, is down in Brazil. He just finished up the SUP World Tour event down there. And Zane had a good showing down in Brazil. I think he finished in the top 5 in the race. And in the surf event, I don't know if it was his strongest finish. But we all know that Zane Schweitzer is always a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the surf, as is his sister, Shelby, who is in action out there in white. Shelby has been paddling around the lineup like a shark, looking for her prey. She's looking for that wave. And this heat is no easy heat. These girls are going to have to earn it. And so far, it looks like Sofia DeWolf went out there on a mission. She is Sophia has gotten the most waves so far. And but at this point, one wave could win it all. And here's Sophia taking a look on the inside. A quick spin. Does a nice little cutback on the inside. And we'll see if this thing will line up at all. It looks like it's trying to. So once again, Sophia staying busy. And we will go ahead and send it back over to Andre. He has none other than Dave Baney ready for an interview. Andre, take it away, my friend.
Hello, everyone. And I have one of today's commentators and also one of the somewhat local boys, but he's from down in San Clemente, California. And so you're here talking a lot, but you're also surfing. So how are the conditions out there? Give us a little bit of an insight.
Hey, you know what? It's kind of typical Huntington, you know, kind of peaky, little dumpy, but some fun sections. There's definitely some wind on it, but they let us go out for a little expression session, so we had fun. Got a couple turns off, and now we're back in the box here with you guys.
Alrighty, and by the way, a little bit of a background. Dave Baney won the Surf Tac Shootout just a few months ago, and an incredible premium event from Santa Cruz, California, Steamer Lane there. That was an amazing win. You surfed incredibly well. I was calling the shots. I had 100% accuracy. Congratulations, Dave.
Oh, thanks,
you
man.
took the prize.
Yeah, right on. No, that was super fun. You know, Duke and everybody does a good job putting that event on. So always stoked to go up there, and obviously to win something is always fun to do. And, you know, I'm stoked. Just stoked on the event and stoked to be here supporting Candace and Anthony, some of my best friends. And they're doing an awesome job running this event. So it's always cool to give back somehow. A lot of good guys, volunteering their time, like Matt Becker, Joe Bark. We have Brandon Rose, a lot of the top paddlers here. And, we're just having fun hanging out, and the Groms are stoked, and we're stoked to be here.
So let me give you a little bit of an insight now. One of the greatest instant replays of Supconnect live streaming history was you. I think it was the semifinal or the final. You did this awesome turn, snapped your tail, got a 360 out of that. That was a really nice turn. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. No, that was fun. Slightly embarrassing because I couldn't hold back the the claim snap. But you know what? When you're having fun, it's fun to just show that you're having fun, and that's all I was doing. And most people were kind of psyched on it. They're like, yeah, I saw you snap after that wave. That was sick. So, you know what? I had a blast, and yeah, man, it's fun to do. So I was stoked.
Yeah, I think that set the mood for the win. So that was the primer. All righty, congratulations, Dave. And also, just as a follow-up on this, SurfTech is putting together the J Race coming up in June. So you want to make sure you visit surftech.com for more details on that as well. Another great event in Santa Cruz. Dave Baney, everyone. Back to you, Duke.
All right, Andre, thanks a lot. Thanks for the plug for the J Race. Yes, that is coming up in about a month. As we see, well, we'll start right where we left off with Sofia DeWolf doing a big slash in the pocket on this nice little right-hander. Sophia staying busy this heat. She is a woman on a mission. She didn't come all the way from Idaho just to move on and watch the final. She wants to be in the final, as does Shelby Schweitzer on this little right-hander. She does a nice little turn on the inside. Let's see if this left will offer anything. So these girls doing a good job of taking what the wave is offering, weaving back and forth, starting out right, going left, and trying to fit some maneuvers in along the way. So great job there. And at some point when we get Dave Baney back on the microphone, we are going to have to talk to him about his claim up at the SurfTech shootout. I don't know, for those of you that saw it, I wish we could replay it right now, but he did a mean turn, and his tail blew out, spun around, and he just stayed with it and did a complete rotation. And when he came out of it, he just threw the fist in the air, made the claim. And for those of you who have been surfing for a while, you know that when you claim the wave, it better be a good one. And that was a good one. But we can heckle him a little bit, and we'll talk about claiming waves. And Sofia DeWolf taking another look at this one as Aliana Clark is taking off on this left. It looks like Sophia's getting the better exchange so far with this thing. Sophia with a nice turn on the inside, lay back, lays down on her board. So probably not the best way to end that way, but she was off to a good start. So according to our screens here, we have Sofia DeWolf in the lead, Shelby Schweitzer in second, Fiona Wild in third, and Aliana Clark in fourth place. And here's Fiona Wild trying to make something happen. She needs to get busy. Under 10 minutes left in this heat. So Sofia DeWolf at this point, being in the lead, there's a little too much time in this heat for her to get into protect mode and to try to keep Shelby and Fiona and Aliana off of the better waves. But in terms of heat tactics, pretty soon she's probably going to want to sit outside a little bit and just make darn sure that these girls don't get a good set wave that does happen to come in with this dying south swell. Their sets are a little more inconsistent, so but they do come in, and when they do, they offer up a pretty solid score. So we have Fiona Wild. That wave not offering up, so we're going to go to an instant replay here from the expression session once again. Let's see what the boys have for us. And here we are, Ocean Minded instant replay. We already saw Dave Baney's tail drift slash. And let's see, it looks like Matt Becker, speaking of the slasher, on his backhand, does a nice little turn, and boom, that little rebound on the inside, putting that exclamation mark in. There's another little snap on, I mean, this, if you look at that wave, it's barely knee high. And then, of course, just to mix it up a little bit, gives a little nose ride, tries to spin it around. Now, Dave Baney is back with us, and we were just discussing your claim in the shootout.
Oh, no.
And it was very similar to that, wasn't it? I mean, it was a very similar maneuver there, although you pulled it.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people talk about the claim, and, you know, it's just fun. Just fun to me, you know. I've never done that in my life, but, you know, my friends and people were kind of psyched on it, so I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll live up to it. Yeah.
You did it for the fans.
Oh, man, I was just having fun, and I got fired up, and my hand went that way, and I went this way.
Well, that was an awesome moment in the Surf Tech shootout, and one that will live in infamy for sure.
Oh, man, no, we had a blast up there. As you know, Duke, everybody was out and about having a great time, and can't wait to get back up there again.
Me either. I just kind of fear that we got it so good this year that, you know, could it possibly be that good again 2 years in a row?
True. It is kind of true. Went from snow, hail, and rain to sunny, bronzing, and, you know, big waves. So,
which, hey, to me, of all the events that we've had up there, I think that was the fifth one. And the snow, hail, and rain was my favorite one. I mean, that, you know, it was funny because we were on the beach before the race that Saturday morning, and it was hailing, and everybody was huddled underneath the tent. And one of my buddies, who's the head of the lifeguards, had me jump into his truck, and he was like, "Okay, what is it going to take for you guys to call this thing off?" And I go, "Look, I just had a meeting with these guys, and everybody's smiling and psyching."
Yeah.
I'm like, there's two things that it would take for me to shut the thing down, and that's lightning and losing visibility of everybody. And we didn't have lightning, and it wasn't foggy.
Did Dan Gavir win that race, or who won that?
No, Matt Becker won it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's so proud of himself too. He'll be the first one to.
Oh man, he lived up to that. That's a good one.
That was epic. Yeah, when you win an event like that with headwinds and Zane Schweitzer was in that race in his board shorts. Had never seen hail before, so that was pretty awesome. But certainly this year, the performance that all you guys put on, as you see Fiona Wild on the inside trying to make something happen. Fiona needs to get to work. Time is running out, and Fiona needs at least one good wave to have an opportunity to move on to the final. So she got the length of ride was there. Not a lot of big maneuvers in that one, but she did make the most of that wave. So she still got time to get back out the back and hope for more. And the other girls have all opted to kind of move out the back. They were sort of in the middle of the lineup trying to catch these kind of middle to insiders. And here goes Sofia DeWolf. Sofia DeWolf. She takes donuts on that one, but over on the left is Shelby Schweitzer, and Shelby could kind of sneak up there on Sophia, which I believe she has done. She's now moved into the lead.
Yep, she did actually move from second to first. If you see, there's obtainable scores. You know, the girls only need like a mid 4, so that's totally doable.
Yeah.
As we see a replay of Sophia.
That is Sophia. She's doing a little slash on her Lopez, and she's back out in the lineup on another wave. But that wave that she's on right now is probably not going to offer up a whole lot.
It's kind of funny. It hasn't even broken yet, but she's done a couple turns on it.
And that's where stand-up paddling has the advantage over prone surfing. You've got the paddle. You can keep going.
Here goes Aliana. The lone Californian with her cheering squad. Aliana gets another wave right there.
Yeah, it's so cool to hear everybody on the beach just cheering these kids on, giving them support, getting psyched. Looks like Sophia lost her paddle on the inside, so she's got a minute left and doesn't look like she's going to make it out the back. So it looks like it's up to Shelby Schweitzer now on this little left. Let's see what she can do with it. She's setting something up here. Let's see if she can get over there to bang this section on the inside. Oh, she does not. Digs her rail and goes down. But fortunately for her, we are nearing the last few seconds of this heat. So,
yep, looks like Shelby Schweitzer pretty much has this heat wrapped up. You know, there's no more waves on the horizon here as Aliana gets one on the inside. Good little trimming. She got a little speed right there. Running it all the way to shore right here. And then we got Fiona at the back. As always, staying busy. A little reform. Little rebound off the white water. Finish off this wave. Trying to get cram some extra points in there. See if she can move up from third to second. She's going to need, you know, a fairly moderate score, 4.5 points, but I'm not sure if that one's going to do it. She didn't quite get it on the outside. So there's the end of that heat. We'll wait for scores to come in to see the final results, but unofficially, Shelby Schweitzer takes first. Sofia DeWolf takes second place.
And that is unofficial.
Unofficial.
So officially, in Heat 11, we have the 8 and under final. We are talking finals now, folks. And in the 8 and under final, we are looking at in red, Banning Wetzel. In white, Rise Staples. In blue, Michael Kuda. Green, Jacob Brackett. And in black, Malaya Ring.
Yep, the lone girl in this division.
Wow, okay. Go, girl.
Yep.
Girl power.
Obviously, Carl Ring's little daughter, and if anybody out there knows Carl Ring, fierce competitor here in California, trains pretty hard and, you know, gets after it. Someone I paddle with quite a bit, good friend of mine.
So one question that we had during the expression session was, where were the ladies? Did you guys borrow them? You didn't let the girls go out with you?
I don't know if you noticed, but Annabelle photobombed it. She was out there.
So I saw her. We didn't get her on screen, I don't think, but I did see her out there.
But I did see Anthony obviously joking around, you know, wave her out of the contest zone.
Oh yes, get out of the zone.
But I don't know. I'm going to blame that on Candace.
I know. What's the story?
She's a contest director and a girl, so I'm not taking that.
Right. AV's a contest director, and he's not a girl, and yet he was still out there shredding.
No, we had a good time, though. You know, AV's a contest director, but he was hopping Maddie Becker everywhere.
Oh, that was beautiful.
We were just, like, laughing and joking around.
Did you see when he was paddling out and Brendan did the limbo underneath AV's paddle? That was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun to see you guys in action. And here we go. We have got.
Oh, that's Malaya Ring.
That's
She's
Malaya
all the way in.
Oh my gosh!
And then out the back, I'm not sure.
That's Rise Staples out the back in white.
Rise is amazing. Oh. He did that unassisted.
That was amazing.
Because if you look at this, you know, obviously, good call. The parents that are helping them into the waves and things, but I don't see one with Rise.
No, Rise is like, I got this, Dad, Mom. You guys hang, get the camera, get the video camera, just relax. I'm good.
Because he went out the back and got that wave himself.
Yeah, he was out by the buoy.
It looks like his dad or someone is on the inside for him, but I mean, he went out there solo.
They're in there collecting paddles and boards, and okay, kid, get back out there. I mean, it's crazy. These, you know, we look at the waves and we're like, it's not looking too exciting. But Rise looks at it and goes, it's a few feet overhead.
Yeah.
And it's reeling.
No, like if you could see these kids' eyes while the set's coming, they definitely get big. And I remember being 8 years old or so and, you know, being scared of this stuff. So hats off to these little guys, man. They're charging.
Oh, they're charging. Yeah, and here's a nice little set, bearing down on our groms, and Rise is on his feet, getting into the paddle stance.
He's flipping around.
He's spinning it around. Dad's in there, or someone's in there, hooting for him. Look at him.
Rise is pretty gnarly.
Rise is owning this. So have you surfed with Rise before? Have you seen him in action before?
No, this is my first meeting with Rise, man. I've been impressed. He crushed it in the little race too.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about events like this. I mean, at this point, this is one of a kind, and hopefully that'll change. But it's just neat to see kids that you don't see them out in Dana Point, and I don't see them up in Santa Cruz,
Right.
and you get to see them in action and see what everybody from around the country and the world are doing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where Rye's from, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Hawaii or something. Those kids are usually a little bit ahead at this age for sure.
Well, the water's warmer, and and it's part of the culture a little more.
Yep, and I see Anthony Vela is actually out there helping Baney Wetzel get in. That's actually Candace's little
her nephew
right there. So
yeah, little Baney.
Yeah, Baney's ripping. Uncle Anthony got him into that one right there.
Nice.
And
that's
then,
pretty cool.
Michael Kuda, I actually know. The Kuda family, they're from San Clemente. See them at San Onofre and Baby Beach quite a bit. Good friends of mine. And this is Michael's first surf event ever.
Wow.
So that's awesome. And he was pretty scared when and his mom was pretty scared, Jen. So for them to get over this and catch some waves right now, that's pretty awesome.
So when you say they're scared, is it just the whole putting on a jersey and oh my gosh,